Joined at this point of time, Sudhanshu Mittal from the BJP. Thank you for joining us this morning, sir. Before I ask you a question, you must have been answered a million times about a possible leadership deficit in Delhi. The question I want to ask you is the latest charge by the Congress of how that entire state machinery is being used, being put together to make this rally possible.
It is amazing. I think Congress has not been able to shake off its legacy of having misused official machinery for their rallies. So they assume that anybody who does a rally has to use or misuse the official machinery. When it comes to rallies of Mr. Modi, I think the desire of being there is so strong in the people that not only are they coming voluntarily, I mean, normally buses were supposed to be provided for everybody.
But you are aiding them, Mr. Mittal, with the feeder buses. You're aiding them with massive traffic restrictions. So there's a fair bit which has gone into this. It's quite constructed.
No. Naturally, if there is a rally of a magnitude where you are expecting more than 1 lakh people, arrangements are required to be made so that there's no chaos. Because at the end of the day, we want to gain from the rally and not face criticism of a rally which was not well planned or misplanned rally. I was just listening about the posters which have been lined up on the route and
yes,
the justification of those posters. May I just say that suppose you just imagine a scenario where Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is addressing a rally and BJP in all his rallies are lining up the venue with posters asking him कि तुम भाग क्यों गए, तुम भगौड़े क्यों बने,
okay,
तुम छोड़ के क्यों भाग गए. What would be the reaction of Aam Aadmi Party for that?
Sir, we are far more polite than that. Please don't forget that.
Politics in this
Sir,
city.
we are far more polite than that. We are asking a question very politely to the Honorable Prime Minister. Do remember, he is not just a BJP leader, he is the Prime Minister of the country. Therefore, we are asking the Prime Minister of the country,
right,
who has also been ruling Delhi for the past 7 months, as to why certain things haven't been done and when he is going to address them.
All right,
After all, don't forget that he is not just a BJP leader. We have a right to ask.
All right, and that's the operative line, and Atishi's put it subtly very well, Mr. Mittal. You have to hand it to Atishi.
In the rally of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal.
Mr. Mittal,
if we are going to put up such posters in the... Yeah.
Mr. Mittal,
allow me to speak.
Mr. Mittal, you have to hand it to Atishi.
In the rallies of Mr.
You have to hand it to Atishi. She was very subtle, but she's made her point. He's the Prime Minister. He's not a BJP leader. And that's where the whole question of a leadership deficit in Delhi comes into play. I will come to you. Mr. Mittal, do stay with me. I'll come to you. Let's get in a few ground reports. Our correspondents just filed some. Kamaljeet Sandhu, and we are back with you in just a minute's time. Do stay with us. To Sudhanshu Mittal, who's with us. You know, Sudhanshu, today, Narendra Modi will be speaking at that rally, and over 10 rallies planned by the Prime Minister in just Delhi. Many people say, and I'm sure Mr. T. Ramachandran would agree with me, that it's practically become a prestige issue for Mr. Amit Shah, for the Prime Minister, where Delhi comes into question.
You see, every election is a prestige issue for us. Haryana was a prestige issue, so was Maharashtra, so was Jharkhand, so was Jammu Kashmir. So naturally, if you are fighting an election, you are fighting an election with all its might. Now, we just heard about this issue of leadership deficit.
Yes.
Have you not been witness to what has been happening in the last 4 or 5 elections, where Maharashtra, everybody said, there is a leadership deficit, we have a brilliant leader there, we won. Jharkhand, leadership deficit, we won there, we have a leader. Haryana, the leadership deficit, we won, we have it there. Jammu and Kashmir, the same would have happened. So please, I mean, we have a different strategy completely, and it's not out of a leadership deficit.
That's not entirely true, Mr. Mittal. That's not entirely true. In Maharashtra, your cadre itself raised the slogan, Devendra CM, Narendra PM.
Miss, I think I know facts better than you know. So please don't contradict me unless you are clear on your facts. Let me give you the facts. There were many contenders in Maharashtra, including Mr. Vinod Tavde, including Mr. Kharche. There were a lot of them. So collectively it was decided, let the elections be fought under collective leadership, and then we'll decide who to make the Chief Minister. So if Mr. Fernandez, Mr. Devendra's supporters did raise slogans, so did others. So please, no, that's not the truth. And similarly in Delhi, we have enough leadership, so there's no dearth of leadership. The issue is, do you have a leadership which is cowardice in nature, or is it brave in nature? Here was a man who in 49 days said, no, I just throw the towel. And I mean, on some gimmick, as Mr. Ramchandran just pointed out, look, the entire issue for leaving the government was what? Lokpal bill. And nowhere in the last so many days have you heard even a remote mention of Lokpal. Lastly, before you interrupt me, see the tricks and the antiques which have been adopted are obnoxious. I am just asking, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is a former Chief Minister of Delhi. If I put up posters in all his rallies asking him, "Tum bhagode kyun hue?"
Okay.
Would they appreciate it? If they appreciate it, I have no issues. I have really no issues. You see, you are just showing the posters of Arvind Kejriwal versus Jagdish Mukhi. He has not been even named the leader. They are deciding who our leadership would be. It is deplorable.
Okay.
I think let us have
all right.
some
We're just going to go into reactions.
Maneuvers in city.
We're going to just go into reactions that are coming up. Let's take you back to the story where it's developing, and it is the Ramlila Maidan where the story is today. Massive rally organized by the BJP where the Prime Minister of the country, Narendra Modi, will kickstart the BJP campaign. Well, this is where the story is developing, and we're getting in reactions at this point of time. The BJP clearly very upbeat, left no stones unturned to make Modi's rally a success. Let's listen in to what the Delhi BJP chief says about the mood in the party today morning. Sudhanshu, Mittal, that the Prime Minister has over 10 rallies. We're looking at least a dozen rallies, aren't we, where Delhi is concerned?
I don't think the number of rallies have yet been planned. So it's very speculative right now, because once the elections are announced, then these details will be worked out. You know, the tone and tenor of the entire conversation seems to be that the victors are the vanquished. I just want to bring in a few facts to the notice of all, so that we are able to put the present political scenario in perspective. In the last Lok Sabha elections, out of the 70 Vidhan Sabha seats, BJP has won 60. BJP has all 7 MPs. Against all the claims of good governance which were forwarded by Mr. Kejriwal and his brand, we got a sweeping mandate. They had 28 seats, out of which they lost 24. Though they won 10 seats, but they lost 24, including the 19 urban seats which they had earlier won. They have voted 4 seats from the Congress.
Sudhanshu Mittal, are you nervous or not?
Let Sanket come in. Go ahead, Sanket.
Is the BJP nervous or not?
What is the reason for us to be nervous, sir?
No, Mr. Sudhanshu Mittal, my only pointed, humble submission is, are you nervous or not as far as Delhi is concerned? Why is it that you are trying all the old tricks in the book which the Congress has tried, which to some extent the Aam Aadmi Party has tried? What about those compensation checks to 84 riot victims? What about regularizing the colonies? Now these are all things that Sheila Dikshit says she did for the past 15 years. What is new?
That's because I don't think so.
Let Sudhanshu Mittal come in. Go ahead, Sudhanshu.
And it does not reflect equity. Giving compensation to victims of the riots of 84 was announced much earlier. It's not in the recent days
because
that
when you were in opposition, you criticized all these things.
Allow me to finish.
Mr. Mittal, you criticized exactly these things. Why regularize colonies? You called it vote bank politics.
Sir,
why is this not vote bank politics in your case?
Allow me to finish and then make your observations. Sir, allow me to finish and then make your observations. While Sheila Dikshit's government had continuously claimed to do things about regularization, the very legislation and the very order which was required to regularize this was never issued. Should you not be regularizing these colonies which are there where poor people are suffering? As part of any governance, are you not supposed to address issues of people?
Please do. But why criticize when they were being done earlier?
What is your
why
problem,
call them vote bank politics?
Sir,
why would they vote bank?
Allow me to finish. Either you become the spokesman, or allow me to finish, put forward my point of view, and then there is a question.
Go ahead very quickly. Go ahead, Mr. Mittal. Go ahead. Very quickly,
I'm just
Mr.
asking
Mittal.
questions.
I am answering the question.
Making you jittery, that's another problem, but I'm asking questions.
It makes you jittery to see how successful the rally is going to be. So you are raising these questions. Allow me to answer them. Allow me to address them. These are, what is vote bank politics about it? If I am supposed to address the issues of the unauthorized colonies, which has been pending for 16 years, this becomes vote bank politics.
Very nice.
If that is vote bank politics, then let it be. Let it be. I'm happy with vote bank politics. By serving the people of unauthorized colony If it is vote bank politics, so be it.
Okay.
The issue is people of Delhi have to be served. And if these are issues
Okay,
which are there, electricity is an issue. If I'm going to do something about it, you said this is vote bank politics.
See,
so be
sir,
it.
I think that when
Issues
you
or
say that
people
the
have to
Atashi
be
wants to
there.
come in.
Why
Atashi
would
wants
they
to
bring
come in.
that? And that's why
when
we
you
need
say
an
that the
elected government
people
here.
of Delhi have to be